We are live! Hello and welcome back to Pullover. I'm your host, Quite, and today's guests are WildSpartanz and FPS Diesel. How you guys doing?
Who talks first?
I don't fucking...
Clearly my dad.
Yeah, he's in the room. So, Diesel, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Is my name Jeff old yet?
It went old months ago. Not even months ago, years.
Okay, so we both just managed to talk in the same instance.
All
We're
right.
good.
Nice. So,
We did this.
is that
Nice
your answer
start.
to the question, how you guys are doing?
Yeah.
I'm doing awful, but thanks for asking.
I don't really think I can ask for more than that. Okay. So, do you guys want to jump right into it, or do you want to stall for 20 minutes?
Welcome back to Phil the Franco Show. Let's just jump right into it. Twitch.
Twitch? Okay, Twitch
Twitch
first.
guidelines.
Twitch guidelines. There are new ones. This podcast will probably be deleted because I don't want to get struck down.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, just them striking you down for just talking about the new guidelines. They really emphasize Twitch just being. I can't even say the word because Twitch would ban you for it.
Oh yeah, no slurs. By the way,
It wouldn't even have been a slur. It would
No
just.
slurs, darn.
yeah, that especially you, Diesel. No slurs.
What do you mean?
Especially you.
You're gonna get an exposed video on me so hard, bud.
You're gonna make an exposed video on me?
No, I'm gonna get exposed.
Oh,
For
okay.
what?
It's okay. I'm Puerto Rican.
You're
I'm Chris
Wow.
Reagan, but poor.
Exposed.
you're Rican, but poor. Okay, whatever. Twitch guidelines. Brandon, you have the most experience with these, so I'm gonna let you take this one.
I really don't. I just saw people complaining about them. I'm trying to read them now.
Oh, God damn it! Oh, this is a great
The most
podcast.
I've seen about like Twitch like lewd streamers is like that dude.
Oh,
who-
they updated their hateful content section, so they consider
turn it
like
off, Dan.
pretty. Well, you're welcome. Okay, yeah, they basically updated all their stuff about hateful content that includes race, religion, sex, sexual orientation, age, disability, mental condition, physical characteristics, veteran status, and then they're basically if you say anything that offends somebody, you could get banned.
Didn't they say they'd be taking into context like the joke, like if it's a joke or not?
See, from what I've read from those streamers, no.
Let's be
Not
real
really.
here. Like they could take it like in context and then still not feel okay with it because you know how people are.
Yeah. They said look at the last paragraph of that section. We are also updating our moderation framework to pay close attention to the context and intent in addition to the words or actions used. Please remember, even if you're just joking with your friends, you're still choosing to stream on a service that reaches a large audience. Okay, that's better than I thought it would be, but it's
I mean, Twitch has never been one to really follow through with context.
well, we can dream.
Ever. You say anything and it's just like, oh, banned.
Listen, we can dream.
It sets a precedent on paper, so you could always point back to that and say, "Hey, look what this said." So
Yeah,
just
somebody screenshot
hold them
this.
accountable.
Screenshot it before they delete their guidelines.
Yeah, archive this in Wayback Machine before they try and
I'm
delete it.
really just interested to see what they actually do with all the lewd streamers in IRL because they haven't banned those yet, from my knowledge. And the only reason they're apparently not banned is because there's like a couple moderators that are protecting them, at least from what I've heard. Like, there's a couple mods protecting these lewd streamers so they don't get banned off the website. I'm not sure who the mod is, and I probably, even if I did, I wouldn't name them because that'd be targeted harassment. But yeah, I want to see they actually do something with that because I don't think they will.
Well, so that's pretty much. Is that all we have to say? The Twitch guidelines, because we really didn't prepare much for this topic.
No, we didn't premiere. Okay,
Honestly,
okay.
I like booby streamers. I like the entropy of it, but I don't like them using their bodies for money. But I think everybody feels like complex feelings about that.
Yo, thank you for watching the content, Metal Butcher. Okay, moving on. Logan Paul lose ads and why? Lol.
I was about to scream Logan Paul. You ruined it.
Logan Paul.
Just like Logan Paul. Okay, yeah, Logan Paul lost his ads, and it's because he tased a dead rat.
Yeah, I feel like it was more than just that though. Like it's like
No,
all the,
it was
the
the fish. It was the mockery of like the whole situation, and then it was also the dead rat. But for some reason, headlines are really focused on the dead rat, which I don't really understand. It was a dead rat. Like, sure, you probably shouldn't be recording that, but like making it like it's a huge deal. he tased a rat that was dead.
I mean,
what are you doing? You're disrespecting the rat, the thing that we commit tests on to see if drugs are okay or not for
think
humans.
about the people who complain about this. It's PETA, so they don't appreciate.
Yeah, but there's also
anyway.
Yeah, there's a ton of articles about it though, but people saying Logan Paul tastes a dead rat.
I mean, like, how fucking necessary was it though, just for the sake of fucking comedic effect? Like, when we run tests on rats, we do that with the purpose of
Oh no, it wasn't necessary at all. I don't think he should have done it or recorded it, but like people are blowing it way out of proportion.
Yeah, like that's not the part that pisses me off. But like the shit with the fish was just fucking like
the fish makes sense.
Like, it was just fucking weird. Like he was playing with its fucking corpse or like its dying body or some shit.
Yeah, the fish was dying because there was chlorine in the water, it couldn't breathe, and he took it out of the water where it's even harder to breathe because they don't breathe air. And then he tried to give it CPR and shit. Like, imagine being that fish.
No, it's like if a giant fish blew water in your face and tried to keep you from drowning in air. Like, he was just like rubbing up against its gills with his fingers.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind how it just blows my mind how much he doesn't learn. Like, he didn't think after me showing a dead body in a vlog, would me picking up a dead animal and pretending to fly it like an airplane, would that make people angry? Nah, no way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I honestly don't see how he hasn't like learned from the situation at all, especially since everything's going wrong for him. Like everything, especially with the new policies they added specifically for him, where or like basically him and anybody else who's an egregious creator, quote unquote, who messes up the website. Does anybody have the exact link?
Let me go find it.
Is it in this chat that we're in for Discord?
Top 5 priorities.
Oh, yes, it is. It's the very top. Yeah, they talked about harmful content on YouTube, and they're like, any egregious creators who fuck up the website for everybody, this is going to happen to you, or could happen to you. And they seem to actually be being careful with it. Like, they seem like they're actually taking a lot of steps to make sure they don't fuck anything up just for a random person. Like, they're gonna look at all the context. They're gonna talk to the creator too. They're gonna basically see what the punishment should be, and the punishment can range from being premium ad spots gone, monetization stripped completely, and losing video recommendations.
Wait, where's the link to this?
Right here. I'm linking in Discord. But so from what I can gather, for the example of PewDiePie, if the same thing that happened to PewDiePie now happened a while ago, they would actually they might strip premium ads and things like that, but I don't know if they'd go as far as monetization and video recommendations, because they said that they're going to take context from the situation and kind of evaluate what was the intent here, so that's good. It seems like they're actually going to use this properly, I hope. I'm not too hot on the video recommendation thing because I know how meaningful it is to any growing creator, but with Logan Paul, at this rate, he's kind of just asking for it.
Yeah,
really
no,
is.
I feel like the context here is that Logan keeps doing shit. Like, he's been punished, he does it again. It's like they said, it's a pattern of behavior which indicates that he's going to keep doing stupid shit that keeps bringing negative press to the site and harms like everybody on the platform as a result. Not because of like some targeted attack on him by like media, but because he's doing stupid, disrespectful shit in his vlogs.
All the time.
Yes, all the time. He doesn't stop. He doesn't stop.
Yeah, I'm sure if we went through and watched a bunch of Logan Paul videos, we'd see very similar behavior. I'm sure he's probably just sitting there thinking, how come it took this long to get caught? Because it's really consistent. So what about you?
I don't think he has any idea that he's aware that he's doing this and that it's like bad. Like, I think he thinks he's morally right. Like, in his vlogs, he's constantly complaining about how the media is like portraying him poorly and doing all these things to him, but it's very clear that it's to him, and he has just no idea. He's completely unaware of it. He just has like blinders on, and that it's just him kind of thinking he's right. Like,
he has no.
How you can be that close-minded when you have such a large following and pretty much everybody is roasting you. Like, you got to take some of the criticism and at least acknowledge that it's happening. And I mean, he did that much, but he's like, oh, it's not real criticism. They're just thirsty. They want my fame. They want my clout. nobody wants your clout, Logan. Nobody cares.
Well,
Yeah, everyone wants to get their ads stripped completely off the channel.
I
That's
mean,
what they want.
listen, I'd be down with having his subscriber count. Maybe not that specific base, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
If you had
definitely
his
want
audience,
Logan
you could
Paul's
pretty
fan
much
base.
do anything with no repercussions because they'd support you no matter what you did.
Yeah, like I made the video I made of Logan Paul most recently. A bunch of people were saying like if he committed a homicide, people wouldn't care. And
I'm
yeah,
kind of waiting for that now, honestly.
yeah, like he's gonna kill somebody by accident, and he's
Like-
gonna make a video like
No,
I killed
after the dead
somebody.
body thing, right? I was like, it can't get any worse than this. And then the stuff with the animals, and I'm just not shocked at all. Like, I can't sit
Oh,
here
I'm
and
not
be like,
shocked
I
either.
can't believe it. I can't believe he did this because it's all possible. It's all on the table now. I wouldn't be surprised if we woke up one day and like Logan Paul was like caught robbing a convenience store or something. Like, it just seemed par for the course.
yeah, I figured he would have learned, but like now that he's proven he has it, nothing's going to surprise me. I don't think. But I'll pretend
Yeah.
it does for the sake of a video.
Yeah, I mean, someone in the chat just said the question is he a sociopath or just someone so blind to real life that he does this shit because he thinks it's good content? I feel like it's a little bit of both.
Wait. By the way, that comment I made about pretending it shocked me, that was a joke. Okay, that was a joke. That was not
Okay.
serious. All right, continue.
Yeah, but I feel like it's both. I think, like looking at Logan Paul, he definitely lacks almost all empathy. He doesn't care about anything he does. If he did, he wouldn't do it. Like the dude, like no, he wouldn't have recorded a dead body. Like it comes back to that. He wouldn't have done that if he actually gave a shit. So, yeah, I think Logan Paul is a lost cause. I wish he wasn't because he's the face of YouTube. And it's just giving the media more ammo that already hate YouTube because Logan Paul gets all of their views a month combined.
Jesus. What a
You think
mess.
he would,
What a mess.
You think he'd be more responsible? But also in the relationship thing with YouTube, with people, creators, and things like that, Casey Neistat.
Casey Neistat.
Casey
So I'm
Neistat.
gonna ruin that segue and say that was a really good segue. Just so you know.
Thanks for complimenting my segue.
Thanks for
By-
complimenting
and
his
ruining it.
compliment.
And ruining at the same time. Casey Neistat has an interview with the CBO of YouTube, which is basically the person that works with Susan Wojcicki on everything on YouTube. So it's basically like talking to Susan Wojcicki about everything. And it's a full interview. It's going up Monday, and I want to hear what he had to say about everything because it's going to be interesting. The CBO actually answering to people and talking to people about why the site's such a shithole.
I hope it's good. Like earnestly, like I hope we get some insight into something, anything. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't be nearly as angry at YouTube if like they were like be more open last year. Like they're showing signs now, but like it took this long and it hurt them a lot.
Yeah.
The reputation.
I mean, I don't blame them for not being super open because as a company, it's hard to choose what you want to do because like for example, with them being open, they have like with them being open about policies and things like that, you're giving the media ammo and you're also going to confuse the average YouTube viewer. You know, like the average YouTube viewer, if you are super open about everything on YouTube, you're going to like let's say you're open about strikes and how everything works and things like that. It's like the average viewer is going to hear about this and they're going to be like they're going to be super confused. You know, or like let's say you mess with the trending page or mess with the sub box and you do certain things that creators want with it. The viewer is going to probably be left confused. So it's like I get it to some extent, but at the same time, I just want to know what's happening.
Like I don't even mean like they need to tell us how everything works. It's just like when they make a change that affects us all, explain it more thoroughly.
Yeah, they're really bad at that. I mean, like they like the thing with limiting recommendations and things like that. I feel like they've already done that before, but they're just being clear about it now. Because I feel like Leafy is here had that happen to him where all his recommendations were just gone in an instant. I really wouldn't be surprised if that was the case because I see him nowhere, like absolutely nowhere, and I'm pretty sure Leafy has talked about some pretty relevant people. So, yeah. Poor Leafy.
I've gotten like 2 of his videos recommended. I don't know.
Just 2? I haven't
seen
gotten
his
any
videos
recommended.
in forever.
I mean, he hasn't changed at all. All his thumbnails
I
are
mean, I'm not surprised.
exactly the same and how they used to be. I'm looking at this channel. It's such a throwback to 2015, 2016.
Oh, God.
Because
Commentary was so much
it's
more simple then.
It's exactly all you had was Leafy and Pyrocynical. Now you have so many more people.
Everybody was friends, or at least they looked like friends.
Everyone was friends except for with Leafy. He was the only person no one liked. Yeah, everyone went after Leafy. Like in the group chat with like the 30 people that were, prominent back then. It was like everyone would be like, "Yeah, Leafy's a shitbag." So poor Leafy. Oh man. Diesel, what do you think about the Casey Neistat interview?
Bro, I don't know how the hell YouTube works. I just make content.
That's it.
Be nice if you did more of that.
Jeez. Oh. Wow. Wow. Okay, I go on a vision quest. Jesus. I go on a vision quest for 3 days, and this is what you give me?
Yes, this is exactly what I give you.
I mean, we went on Monster Hunter Quest for 3 days. You don't see us talking about that.
It was 3 days. I didn't take like a 4-month hiatus because I needed to like find myself. Like, damn, if you need to find yourself, 3 days seems like good enough.
Listen, I only took a month and a half to find myself off of YouTube. You don't get the same luxury.
No, doubling back to YouTube though, up until recently, I feel like they've treated the platform rather like less of an industry and more of, a bunch of kids uploading content in their rooms. And they don't like recognize that there's an entire industry that's been blown up around this. So there needs to be some more kind of like conversation that needs to be had. We have like multi-channel networks now and people who have jobs managing YouTube and YouTubers and all that. And it's completely unknown to like the average viewer, but
there's colleges for YouTubers as well.
That's really strange.
They're pretty much like, I'm not going to say the scams because I don't know for sure, but they're pretty much scams.
Okay, no. So I saw this is guys who do like dating tips channel, and they're also like entrepreneurs, air quotes, and they started this like online educational program called like Jump Cut or something, where like you can pay money and they'll teach you how to do YouTube. I think his name is like Ambition or something, but he's the guy who
that's a real fitting name.
Sounds like Edfluence.
No, he's actually.
Okay, wait, really? So you're talking about the whole like online course for YouTube thing, right?
Yeah.
So Logan Paul's done one of those too.
Jake Paul.
Oh, same person. Jake Paul's done one of those, right? If I can find the website, I think this is correct. It's called Edfluence, right? And the whole course is horrible. It's a horrible, horrible course. You pay, so it prompts you to pay $7 to get all of the, like, it basically says, want to join Team 1000, which is like Logan Paul's ripoff of Team 10 to get all his fans to join and pay money to him. Want to join Team 1000? Pay $7. And you pay the $7 and you get an intro video. And then after that, it tells you to pay something like $57.
What?
To get the full experience. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you don't need to go to a school to become a fucking YouTuber. That's no.
Yeah, and then on top of that, all his videos are like super, like you're paying for this. All of them are super off the cuff tutorial videos with like stupid little gags, like nothing serious. It's just like, oh hi, didn't see you there. Welcome to the Jake Paul Influence course, or something like that.
Discountlynda.com.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's just for YouTube too. That's it. And then if you get a certain score, you can go to like Team 1000 or something like that, which is like his ripoff of Team 10. So yeah, it's not great. It's not great at all. But it's ridiculous that there's a whole industry around getting YouTube famous when like you don't need those sources at all. Honestly, if you use those sources, you're probably less likely to become YouTube famous.
Okay. So here's where the outlier comes in. So Jump Cut was like, oh yeah, we have this YouTuber, his name's Ambition, and he makes like, he's like a cross between, you know who Frank Jabs C is by any chance? Yeah, it's like a cross between Frank Jabs C and How To Basic.
Wait,
so
who's Frank? Describe Frank Jabs C.
He makes like shit posts about music.
Yeah, but also does music tutorials at the same time.
Okay.
So this guy does pretty much the same thing, except from the perspective of How To Basic. So you never see his face; it's just his hands. And he'll do like,
Imaginary Ambition. I fucking love that guy. I fucking love Imaginary Ambition.
He came from that school called Jump Cut. I like swear to God. And
Really?
Yeah, that was the only time I've ever seen a YouTuber come out of one of those things.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It also helps that his videos are fantastic, and two, like they're like super SEO friendly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like his
he probably learned about that as well, the SEO and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's one thing I want to find. There's engineering reports done by YouTube staff going over the algorithm, and like MatPat made a video about Logan Paul going over the algorithm and how it works and why Logan Paul's Suicide Boris video was promoted. And basically, it comes down to people were putting it in news articles, and YouTube's algorithm favored embedded links, so it made it trending because tons of like worthy sources, according to YouTube, were posting his videos in their articles.
Yeah,
so that's why that video blew up.
Yeah, the algorithm doesn't take into context like the context of those articles. So
it's just like good video because everyone's talking about it. So, but yeah, it is. They're probably already reverted that system. But he had like a 25 page. I don't even know how long it was. It was like a thick stack of like engineering reports, and I'm like, I want to read that, but I don't know where to find them. I should just look them up. Let's look them up right here, right now. YouTube engineering reports algorithm. Talk about something else while I'm looking for this, okay?
Monster Hunter. Yo. Monster Hunter.
I mean, we could talk about Monster Hunter.
Yeah, we could.
But Diesel doesn't have Monster Hunter, so what's the point?
I
so we
know
can exclude Diesel.
more about video games than either of you two combined. But
but yet you suck at all of them. You suck at every game you play.
I know. Just look, the skills needed to make a video game are way different from playing a video game. Okay.
But Monster Hunter.
Don't you have to know how to play a game before you can make it?
Play video games, but like I just need to know how it feels to play video games and how to make it feel good. I don't need to be good at playing them.
Okay, but
you know what feels good to play? Monster Hunter.
I'm trying to derail the conversation into something.
Yeah, and we're trying to peer pressure you to getting Monster Hunter.
Well, I already said I'd get Monster Hunter, but like I can't do that right now. What am I supposed to do? Go out and buy a PS4?
I want you to text your mom and tell her to ship you PS4.
I already did that.
Oh, you did? Okay.
All right,
that's
sick guy.
stuff.
We'll leave you alone for now.
I mean, what are we going to talk about with Monster Hunter? How the T-Rex is like the hardest thing we've ever come across?
It's a really fucking good game for one. Like, there's so much we could talk about, like how much of the pain in the ass the monsters can be, but how rewarding it is when you actually kill the shit out of them.
It's super rewarding. There's no microtransactions in the game, which is like something I really like because I'm tired of being prompted to buy shit that I don't care about. Like, not honestly, when I came to the armory, for example, because there's two options: you can buy armor and items, and you can also craft it, right? And I went to go buy stuff because I wanted to see what you could actually buy, and there was almost nothing. It was like the default gear, so I was like, thank God, I won't be tempted to spend money on random shit in the game. I'm gonna have to be forced to make it, which is more rewarding.
Real quick, Cyros, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, yeah, but thanks for supporting Quite, so I can actually go to VidCon. But it's just so much better to have it's just so much better to make the items instead of buying them. Even with in-game currency, it just feels better. And there's a mission that we need to do Quite that opens up a whole new thing in the game. So you know the arena system that we did? It turns out there's special arenas in certain biomes and for certain monsters. Like, so you know the monster we went against, the one that spits ice out of its wings?
Yeah,
that one. So I beat it like 3 times because I was grinding it, trying to get one of the plates for it, which are ridiculously hard to get. And I got to the arena thing. It was like an arena, and there was an arena with cannons and bows and things like that. And I was like, oh, this is cool. So we can get arenas now.
Hey,
and fight
nice.
things in arenas. Diesel, stop typing in the doc why FPS Pussy Destroyer is so hot. I see you.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, there was an event mission yesterday that they had, and like if you beat it enough times, you could get like robot armor for your cat. It was really great. That's my favorite part of the game.
Yeah, someone in the chat asked if we watched the Donkey review of Monster Hunter. Wait, he made a Donkey review?
I did.
I thought it was just a gameplay video.
It was just a gameplay video. It wasn't like a dunk view, but it was funny.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think I dipped out like halfway through because it was like he's getting to like newer monsters or yeah, like farther in the game monsters, and I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah, we
stuff
didn't want that
spoiled.
spoiled for us. But did you see, like, you know how, like, when we were hunting, like, that fucking, like, the weird stegosaurus, not the stegosaurus, but, like,
Yeah,
the
no,
little
I saw
raptor?
the part where he was trying to loot, and then
Yeah,
like,
like,
yeah, the monster kept coming up.
yeah, that shit
I mean,
happened to
like,
us.
Yeah, yeah, that was interesting. At least he didn't try to kill us. He actually let us loot the damn thing.
Yeah.
Boy, I love video games.
poisoned me,
I
though.
Sure love them. Love them some video games.
Yep.
You love video games as much as Toad's head's a hat.
Oh, yeah, speaking of which,
God, people get annoyed. Fuck you all.
Toad, apparently some people didn't know this. Like, I thought this was, like, a thing that people knew, but apparently Toad's mushroom head is, like, actually part of his head. It's not a hat.
I thought everyone knew that, but then the creator is just like, yeah, it's part of his head. Everyone's in uproar, and the reason everyone's in uproar is because there's a cartoon from the '90s, I believe, and it's just Toad lifting the Toad thing off his head.
Who sits there and thinks, yeah, the Super Mario Brothers Super Show with Captain Ray Lou Albano is canon in Mario? Like,
It's the only one with, like, a voice story for Mario. It's the only one we can take as canon.
you're
No,
kidding.
that's gonna change because it's gonna be the Mario movie.
Wait, there's a Mario movie? What? This is
You've
new to
never
me.
heard of that? Hold on.
You didn't hear about the Mario movie?
I did not.
The
Did
new
not.
one?
Okay, so there's a Mario movie being made by Illumination Studios, the studio that brought you classics like Despicable Me and The Minions. So it's gonna be interesting to say the least.
Oh, you know what I'm really looking forward to?
What?
The fucking Detective Pikachu movie with Ryan Reynolds.
That looks really weird.
I'm so excited for it. Like, Ryan Reynolds as
looks really
Detective
weird.
Pikachu sounds like amazing.
It looks weird.
Do we really need this?
Yes.
Need
We
what?
need these movies.
Yes,
No,
it's
we
Detective
don't. We really
Pikachu
don't.
with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh,
What?
Deadpool 2 is coming out in May. Or is it
Yeah.
March. When is it? There's so
Um,
many movies coming out, and I think it's.
Where's the love for Waluigi though?
I don't know, man. He just gets
got
Okay,
one
it
of
comes
the
out in
days.
May. There's so much shit coming out in May.
Yeah, there's
Like, I
Infinity
think
War, Deadpool
yeah.
2.
Deadpool 2, Black Panther recently came out, and that's.
Wait, Black Panther's not out until like next weekend, isn't it?
Oh, it comes out. Oh, okay. I thought it was already out. 'cause there's so many
It's
tweets
out on like
about
in
it.
Australia or some shit. It
Oh,
always comes.
apparently, one second. We're gonna check the reviews and see if they went down. Because if it's still at
Hold on,
99%,
It was at 100, and then one guy gave it a bad review, and then everyone on the internet called him a racist.
I do not believe. Yeah, that's exactly why people are giving it good reviews. I do not believe for a
doubt.
second.
Apparently the reason the guy like gave for like it being bad was because Black Panther didn't fight enough people. I don't know.
I don't believe for a second that movie genuinely has a 98%. Like, I don't think that's
I saw
accurate.
this, like, I don't know if the review was real, but somebody was like screen capping a review from Rotten Tomatoes, and this reviewer was like, "Oh, it's fun for the whole family. My wife, kids, and my wife's boyfriend all loved it."
That has to be a meme.
Dude,
I don't know. I believe it these days.
Dude, I'm excited for this movie, if only for the soundtrack. Like, I love pretty much every single artist that's on it.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Oh, it's not. The thing you have to
it
remember
looks
with
like
Rotten
a good
Tomatoes.
movie.
The thing you have to remember with Rotten Tomatoes is that like the 98%, that doesn't mean like it's a 98 out of 100. That's just like 98% of reviewers gave it a positive score. The average rating for it was 8.4, so it's not like a perfect movie.
Oh, well, that's a weird way to work there. Okay, that makes more sense then. Yeah, but like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's still rated a bit higher than what it would have actually been.
Yeah. I mean, I might be
because
biased. I might be biased because like I enjoy Marvel movies up the ass because
I love Marvel movies too, but it just doesn't seem like it's actually the review. You know, like what did Thor Ragnarok get?
Ragnarok.
I can't. Okay, something everyone should know about me. I can't pronounce anything. That's why I failed Spanish. Okay, Thor got less. Thor got a 7. Okay, 7.5 out of 8 out of 10. Okay, I can believe it then if it's an 8 and Thor got a 7.5. But still, oh my god, it just seems so high. When it first came out, it was 100. Ragamuffin. You know, stop bullying, chat.
Ragamuffin.
Ragamuffin.
That needs to become a Photoshop. just throw his face on a muffin. Oh man.
Oh god.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing like all the movies this year. Hopefully they're all good. I mean, like it seems like they're all going to be good.
Yeah, I'm
so
excited.
worn
Genuinely,
out
I'm
of
just like
superhero
excited for
movies.
like everything this year because like this is the big movie year that we've all been waiting for. Like Avengers, Infinity War, so many superheroes. Like a lot of them. Like at least 6.
At least
More than 6.
Oh wait, that was the original Avengers.
Oh my god.
At least 2.
At least 3.
Jeez.
Did either of you watch the Cloverfield Paradox? I didn't get around to it.
No, I just heard it was super meh.
Yeah.
That's all I heard. I just heard it was really Wasn't that great?
I remember when Netflix original content started coming out, like it was all like across the board, like pretty above average. But like now it's just like it feels like a lot of stuff that comes on Netflix nowadays is just shit.
Well, I feel like they're pumping out as much stuff as they can because they know that they need to compete with like everything.
Look, Devilman Crybaby and Altered Carbon are phenomenal.
Altered Carbon was really good. The ending was left on like a really big cliffhanger though.
I haven't. Wait, I don't know what this is.
Like,
what is this?
really, it's a new sci-fi movie. It's a really interesting take on sci-fi.
I think
it's
you ever see Blade Runner?
No, have not.
Oh my god. It's basically Blade Runner
haven't
and
seen
Ghost
Blade
in the
Runner.
Shell. Like, it's all the cyberpunk tropes you'd expect. And I'm a big cyberpunk guy, so it's got, the cyborgs, the amazing amount of Asian people, the
Hell yeah.
neon, the flying cars, all that stuff. It's great. It's incredibly cliche, but it does it all so perfectly. It's a great time. Definitely go watch it.
Yeah, it was a good. I just don't like the cliffhanger at the end.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't like because it was a real big cliffhanger. It was like everything that happened in the show. It's just not gonna be concluded. That's
Is it a
basically
show
what
or a
happened.
Oh.
movie?
It's a show.
It's a show. It's a 10-episode show, I think. 10-episode season. So that was good.
All right. What else is on the topic list? Do we just want to keep talking about movies, or do we want
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk going fucking crazy, bro? What's going on? What's going on?
Diesel, you saw I don't quite saw it, but did you see the Twitter video I linked where it was like Elon Musk said he hates traffic in LA, he's gonna build tunnels, and then Elon Musk built tunnels.
Yeah.
You saw that, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
Elon Musk is like insane,
Like
really insane.
Like he's
I
like
think insane is the wrong word to use there.
like he's sitting in
no,
traffic.
like it's like a good insane. It's not like a oh, that guy's like lunatic.
He's
insane.
like an
It's
Albert Einstein insane.
He's
like-
insane.
Like who sits in traffic and thinks, what if I could do this under the city, and then actually goes and does it, founds a company just to dig a highway underground.
He's the guy who comes up with all the ideas and just like, I'm gonna do that.
Okay,
like
yeah,
the whole launching his Tesla into space.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? I think it'd be fun. Let's just put my car orbiting the planet. You know what? Screw
Yeah,
it.
orbiting Mars.
I was on Reddit and I saw a thing, and it was like some kind of James Bond meme. It's like, I'll tell you what I'm going to do to you, Mr. Bond. I'm going to put you in my car, and I'm going to shoot you into space, and the last thing you'll hear is Earth cheering you on as you leave. Like, it was like Elon Musk as a fucking Bond villain. I'm like, that's fucking genius.
Yeah, the car thing was great. I mean, what I'm most amazed about is the fact that he managed to land his 2 boosters.
Yeah, is there been any word on the third one?
The core didn't make it, I don't think.
Ah, damn.
I don't think the core made it. Elon Musk, which is probably the worst thing to not have make it. Elon Musk core. Yeah, the core crashed in the ocean. But the boosters made it. Like imagine you could just if you could successfully get the core and the boosters back on the ground, you could launch rockets like every week.
Well, the issue was fuel.
Yeah, I mean, you could get fuel. You could try real hard to get fuel, but I mean,
expensive.
it is expensive. But I mean, Elon Musk has
You
made
got
money at
screw
this
you
point.
money, yeah.
Elon Musk sells flamethrowers for money.
But they're called not a flamethrower.
Well, they're called not a flamethrower for shipping purposes because they won't ship items called flamethrowers.
That's a real darn shame, honestly. I thought we lived in America. Like,
I mean, can you
wanna
order
execute my
guns
Second
online?
Amendment. Yeah.
Wait,
sort of.
I don't know.
Not really. It's kind of not legal.
Yeah, I want to think you could order guns.
Yeah, I
online.
don't
like
think you can. You
Craigslist.
can go to Walmart and
Like-
get one.
Yeah.
It depends what state you live in. There's no guns in my Walmart.
Of course, there's no guns in your Walmart.
There's BB guns and airsoft guns.
There's
There's
Nerf
no
guns.
real guns.
No, really, Nerf guns.
Hell yeah. At VidCon at the house, can we all just buy a bunch of Nerf guns and like just do like fucking Nerf shootings a lot? And
If
then-
Nerf isn't expensive, but Nerf
Hell
is
yeah.
expensive.
Nerf is
That's what they
I don't
fucking-
want to. I don't want to spend $50 on a Nerf gun that I'm
Get
never
the
going to
Walmart
use.
Don't
brand
fine.
Nerf
I'll just bring
guns.
my own.
Yeah, you're gonna bring a Nerf gun.
That's my
in your
like
suitcase.
all my fucking clothes. I'll bring on as my carry on, and like I'll just bring a big.
The person who scans your bag to see what's in it is gonna be like, why the hell does he have a Nerf gun?
Like I'm gonna have like a bunch of gun-shaped objects in my fucking suitcase,
Yeah,
and like
I get brought in
and
for
like all my
questions.
clothes are
Yeah.
gonna be in my bag. It's gonna be really bad.
Yeah.
Like usually whenever
Alex-
I travel places, like I always keep like my technology like in my bag because like obviously you don't want it to get in.
I always keep it in my carry-on bag.
But like I'm always the
yeah.
person who gets pulled out in random check because it's a fucking mess of wires, like chargers and my fucking laptop.
That
my
so
external hard drive.
okay. So what happened with Alex is so he didn't get in trouble or anything, but like I didn't even know this. I didn't know that the TSA would open your bag and check it because I've never had it happen to me. But Alex's bag when we got to the Airbnb in Colorado, his bag looked legitimately like it could be a bomb because he didn't sort anything. So you just had all these wires just loose in the bag, and it just why?
Oh,
And
that
there
was
a little-
that was mine
there's a
too.
little-
But like one of the dudes told me like when I was going to Australia, he said this looks like one of the test bags we put through the machine to see if it works.
Jeez, yeah, but yeah, he had a little slip in it, like, oh, we searched your bag, and it was like, what? They do that?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I've never had it happen to me before.
They like whenever I got pulled out for random check, they usually open it just to like check for pockets, or like when it rings something on the fucking machine, they check it. But I usually get let go.
Yeah,
One time
like,
One time I got pulled out for random like check or something, and then I realized I had like TSA pre-check and after the fact. So I didn't.
TS. How do you apply for TSA pre-check?
It's random. I'm pretty sure it's random.
No, you can apply for it though.
Yeah, you can apply
That's
for
the
it if you
thing.
have like a frequent miles or something on it, and like I used to have to go on planes a lot to like visit.
I thought no, you could just apply to apply. I thought because you basically you have to pay like $20 to send an application in to get that to apply, and then I thought like from what I've gathered, whenever I make an in-state like flight, like California to California, I get TSA pre-check every time. But when I go out of state, I don't get it anymore.
I don't have money. I don't fly. The last time I flew, geez, I can't speak.
The last
tonight.
time you flew was on Spirit Airlines.
No, the last time I flew was on Spirit Airlines. That was awful. First of all, just the flying experience was terrible. When I was coming back from, I think I was in South Carolina, North Carolina, one of the Carolinas. My crotch went off going through like the scanner, so this dude had to come over and basically like grab my nuts and all that stuff to make sure that I didn't have a bomb strapped to my like nuts.
You're dang-a-lang.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
I am packing some heat down there, if you know what I mean. I just high five myself.
Yeah, we heard. We heard Diesel.
There we go. Quite did it too. It's okay.
Oh god.
I would clap my hands, but then it would peek on the mic.
What
Oh,
else
I'd have
is
to
on the
take
list?
off my ear piercing if I went through security. Shit, that's awful.
Oh! I went through a metal detector, and I had my watch on still. Metal detector didn't go off.
Oh, that's
I have
great.
an
You
Apple
know, you
Watch.
can only like.
I
put a
have
bomb
an
in there.
Apple Watch. It has metal in it, and I was just like, "Are you kidding me? It didn't go up." I was just in shock. I'm like, we do all of this, and the one thing that's supposed to stop me from taking anything bad in the plane didn't detect my watch. Oh man, yeah, it was great. What else do we have on here?
Twitter suspensions.
Oh yeah, Twitter suspensions. Twitter's bad. We all know this.
Yeah. Do we know why it happened? Like,
I don't know why Niall got suspended. Keem got suspended because of DMCA takedowns. But I don't know why Niall got suspended again. It's probably some edgy thing he responded to.
I was watching Alex's stream and he said it was probably because he tweeted at the CEO of Twitter that he got suspended twice already.
Oh, yeah. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't because I don't know if you're allowed to reopen an account
I don't think you
on
are.
Twitter. I mean, everyone does it though, and like Twitter, you can really give a shit. But if you're gonna brag to the CEO, yeah, I've gotten 2 accounts suspended. That's not gonna go well.
Oh, that's nice for you to tell me.
Thanks
Nice
for
you to
saving
tell
me the
me,
work, if you know what
Nice
I
for you
mean.
to tell me, Mr. Pyrocynical. Goodbye. Twitter's a horrible website.
The CEO of Twitter has the. I can't remember that meme anymore. I'm dying today. I haven't had
I really want something to take over Twitter because I'm real tired of Twitter. Twitter's just.
What's
just
that
Twitter.
other one that just got filled with all the alt-right people?
Gab or
Gab,
whatever it's
yeah.
called.
What is Gab?
GAB. Okay, so GAB. Okay, yeah, it is called Gab. So Gab is like, I'm trying to find a screenshot because from last I could tell. Okay, okay, good. It's nothing like Twitter. I thought it was just a Twitter interface copy, but that was Tariq Nasheed's app called like More Us or something. It was a Twitter copy. Anyways, Gab is like a whole platform talking about freedom of speech and how freedom of speech should be allowed on the platform and things like that, and basically almost no rules except for like things like doxing and things like that. And that was what Gab was built off of. And then you have Twitter, who's the complete opposite of that. And then all these alt-right figures getting suspended off of Twitter, so they went to Gab, and they promoted Gab heavily, which made it filled with a bunch of alt-right. So, yeah. What is this? Male seahorses are the feminist boyfriends you wish you had. Don't male seahorses get pregnant?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know how many girls would want a boyfriend that could get pregnant.
Well, they get pregnant for you, so like that's really feminist. I guess.
Feminine?
They're like males who can
I'm trying
sympathize
to-
with the feminist cause because they have to suffer through the same pains.
What?
They understand the female experience because they get pregnant.
I can't
Okay.
find the Cosmo article. I think that was on like Snapchat or something.
No, there is a thing you can do with you can take some medication that makes it feel like you're having the same pains as birth.
Okay, so why would I want to do that? I already know that birth is an awful time, and I will.
I
support
don't
you and
know.
love you for
Just
the
get,
9
Feminism.
months that
just
it
get
is.
kicked in the balls
Equality.
consecutively for 9 hours.
Oh, I think it is a deep pain in the balls.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I don't want to go through the experience of birth. Like, lady, you're like yelling, so like I'll stand there. I'll be like, you got it, but I don't want to go through with it.
I have so much respect, like legit, like I have so much respect for women because birth, you know, they do that shit.
Respect women.
I can't, I couldn't do that shit. I just fucking, it's like fucking kill me.
It just knocked me out.
Like, you bitch, just fucking kill me. I ain't giving birth and fucking die.
I'm done. Please stop it.
Do we want to do the Twitter Q&A?
I mean, what's
There were
on there?
some
Are they
really
serious?
things.
There's a
Well, there
couple
was-
serious things.
I
Like,
saw a serious one, and it was about I can't remember who posted, but it was about like what content would you make if like it would like what content would you make if you didn't have the restraints of like your audience or something like that.
Yeah.
I feel
That
like
was an interesting one.
I'd make some of the same kind of stuff, but I probably wouldn't make it all about like my humor. I feel like
YouTube
my
sphere.
format would be similar, but it wouldn't all be about like Logan Paul.
I mean, yeah, like he gave like a couple topics. It was like video games, blah blah, whatever.
Oh yeah,
things like
Snowy
that.
asked that. That guy's like my best friend.
Okay. Let me find the original.
I'd love to
tweet,
talk.
actually.
I'd love to talk about music, like TBH and video games.
Really?
I
That's
love music.
interesting.
I love music.
I would probably talk about. Okay, so yeah, video games, books, music. So I would talk about probably gaming related content
Yeah.
because that's something I've had an interest in a very long time. But it's like I've done it before on my channel, but it's just like always performs horribly. So it's like it's not even worth putting that time in for a video. It just won't do well. So it's like, why am I going to put all this time into video game content if it's not going to do well? And it's also not what I base my channel off of, so it makes perfect sense. But I don't know. I like the format of kind of just talking about things. That's a format I
that
like.
too. I just
Yeah,
wish
like
did-
I like what I do.
Paul
Like I
every
think
day.
I like the fucking character my like disguise gives me or whatever. Like it's fun. So I'd just probably do that, but I'd probably talk about gaming and music. Yeah. Sorry, Diesel, what were you
Okay,
saying?
well, hold
I
on.
definitely-
What,
I
what do you
definitely-
guys think I'd do? Just out of
Politics.
curiosity. Really? You think I do politics? You nuts! I
Maybe
left
you
that place for a reason.
talk about like fucking game design or some shit or like stuff that
No,
like,
Diesel
okay,
hates
yeah.
games.
I mean, no, okay. I like what I do as like a game producer. That's fun. It's a great time. You know, I get to boss people around. But I don't think I do content on that just because like you spend like what all day with it, so you want to go home and like do something else that's not related to that.
Hmm.
Like I honestly, I'd probably do fitness stuff. Like
I can definitely see you doing that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do like bodybuilding because that's like the community around that's really really volatile. So not at all. Probably like powerlifting or like there's a lot of really interesting like people out there in like fitness YouTube that are just like, man, I really wish I could talk to those people or meet them. No, like Ziz and like bodybuilding. No. That stuff's like over the top. I'm not a fan, but like I definitely do like fitness shit.
Any more genuine Q&As?
Brandon, do any teachers or students in your school know about your channel?
Oh, well, I graduated high school, but at high school, there was one who did, and he didn't really care. But the issue with me and my channel back then is so it was pretty like in middle school, it was like a common thing to kind of do a YouTube channel.
Oh yeah,
like it was a pretty relevant common thing, especially gaming back then. So I started the original channel I did was the WildSpartanz one. I had channels before this, but the original one was like a group, and that's why there's a Z in the name. And there was like two other people in the channel. They stopped uploading, so I just basically took it over. And then it's like I just kept uploading the channel, and I kept uploading even through YouTube not being cool anymore among middle schoolers, and then like in high school definitely wasn't cool anymore. And it's like I didn't really have a choice because like I was a dumb kid and I kind of just talked about it, and then I never quit. So like most of the kids that knew me in middle school and high school knew about it. Sadly, teachers didn't really give a shit though. Thankfully, they didn't care because I had one teacher. Her name was Miss Pew. She was the worst teacher I ever had, and if she found out that I had a YouTube channel, she'd probably try to get me suspended from school or something like that. Like she's horrible. She got fired too. She got fired. The year that I had her, she got fired.
Yeah.
And it was her second year at the school.
Too late to get you suspended now, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. We might have touched on this already, but like, what do you guys think of YouTube pulling ads from Logan Paul completely? Like, I know we talked about like how it relates, but do you think it was the right call?
We kind of jumped off of it into the guidelines. With Logan Paul, actually, Diesel, you go first. I talk a lot.
With Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Them pulling the ads off his channel.
Was it the right call?
I don't like YouTube being so handsy on like the web page, Jesus, with the website. But on the other hand, I understand the need for that as like a business. Like I always say, like I'd much rather prefer the entropy of the internet than to have them intervene with like anything. But then I honestly don't think anybody be making money.
Yeah.
So I understand why they got rid of ads for Logan Paul. I just don't want them to turn around and start doing that to people who it's not justified for because they're trying to fit into a certain ideology or like fit into a certain like person that they want to appease.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm like with Logan Paul, the situation with Logan Paul, I think it was the right call to suspend ads on his channel because Logan Paul, judging by his recent videos and things like that, he thinks he's still invincible because his fan base is backing him, right? And he needs to realize that he's not. He obviously doesn't care about someone's well-being or their feelings or nothing like that. So you need to give him an actual incentive to not be a major asshole. And I think that is one of the incentives because people are saying like, oh, he's just going to sell more merch and things like that. He's losing a pretty big chunk of revenue. He's losing like millions of dollars revenue, a month. So it's a pretty big deal to lose all of that within one instant of you doing something wrong. So I'm hoping what will happen is Logan Paul will kind of just snap out of his ego and realize that he needs to like be more careful and be a better face for the website because like at this point I don't think YouTube's gonna give up on him. I just don't think they are, and I wouldn't want to see him terminate because that would just mean a whole lot more. But with Logan Paul, I think it was the right call specifically for him, but I'm worried that YouTube is going to try to do that more with other creators in the media attacks because the media has been going after YouTubers left and right recently, mainly bigger channels, but like any YouTuber they don't like, they'll just put their crosshairs on and shoot. Because at this point, it's like to the mainstream media, putting YouTuber in the title is it gets them clicks, regardless of who it is. You know, because people associate YouTubers with Jake and Logan Paul, and no one likes Jake and Logan Paul, so they want to click it. And I'm worried that if mainstream media makes a hit piece on somebody that didn't really do anything wrong, but they're twisting it so he did, that they'll give him the same treatment that they're giving Logan Paul. And I don't want that to happen, especially with their new kind of outline for it, which is removing your videos from recommended, because that's a lot more serious than cutting your ad revenue, because that cuts off any form of revenue, because you're not going to find new people to buy your merch, for example. You know? So I really hope they don't abuse it. I don't think they will, but there is a chance they will.
Yeah.
And if they do, that's bad.
As it stands, I think they're fine, because it took them a lot to, like, admittedly, to push them to the point where, like, they demonetized Logan Paul completely, and it's still only temporary, so it remains to be seen. But if they go more frequent with it, then that's where it becomes an issue.
Yeah, from what I can tell, Logan Paul's and YouTube's relationship is pretty close, and like, I feel like YouTube is kind of just telling Logan Paul, like, stop doing this, and we'll give it to you back, like, when you stop doing it, or something like that. Because, like, apparently his YouTube Red series wasn't even, like, really suspended. They kind of just did it as a PR move.
Yeah. He said it in the video.
Okay, so then what about PewDiePie, who's done, like, a quarter of the bad things that Logan's done? Okay,
it's
like, he
because,
said a racial slur on a live stream.
The thing is they see Jake and Logan Paul as kind of like the faces they should have, but they need to refine them. The thing with PewDiePie is PewDiePie got way too edgy. That's why they wanted to get rid of him as a face.
So follow up question to, like, Logan having his ads removed and all of this, like, having videos removed from recommended. I think I see it more from, like, the skeptic community, but they consider that to be a form of, like, censorship. So I was, like, curious what you guys felt about that.
I'll let Quite go first.
Wait, on what?
Like, Jesus.
Glad you paid attention, Quite.
Removing videos from, like, recommended, or, you know, taking away monetization, like, channels in the skeptic community feel that is, like, a form of censorship.
I guess in a way I can see it, but it's like your message is still out there for people to see, and, like, it can't spread through the YouTube algorithm, but it can still spread in other ways. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's direct. I don't think it's direct censorship, but it's like
not direct.
It's an incentive to not make that kind of stuff that would get.
It's indirect censorship as well as the ad thing. It's also indirect censorship. But I think YouTube should just let their algorithm do its thing. I think it should let the algorithm run and pick what it favors. Sometimes it needs a manual correction, but most of the time I think it should let it run. But the thing with the algorithm is lots of people think that, like, I don't see a lot of content being pushed that isn't relevant to me, especially when it comes to political channels. I see when it comes to, like, political channels or, like, centrist channels, I see the channels of political content that I would actually watch. I don't see, like, left-leaning content recommended to me, which is why I was really confused when they were talking about, like, recommendations being censored because the bomb, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't see that. The only thing I saw that was hard proof was they talked to an engineer at Google, or it's either Google or YouTube, and they talked about Alex Jones being bumped down a little bit when it comes to recommendations, because, like, they just don't want him to be the first thing you see because Alex Jones is a lunatic. But, like, they made the argument that, like,
I think he's great.
he's hilarious, but, like,
He's hilarious.
He's Alex Jones.
Insane.
But basically their argument was, like, if you're looking for Alex Jones, you just click down and find him anyways. You know, it's like it'd be right there still. There'd just be something else first. So, like, that was weird. I don't like that, but I get where they're coming from with it, because, like, Alex Jones is, like, tinfoil man of YouTube, basically. But I don't see the censorship that they're talking about with recommendations. I really don't.
I think specifically with the skeptics, I think it's just rather that they don't know how to use the algorithm at all.
I agree. I just don't think I know what they're doing with it.
I do feel that, like, their complaints are a little bit warranted, though, especially when we see other social media sites like Twitter and Facebook.
Okay, no, for sure. The political bias that exists is there.
It's undeniable.
For monetization, for example, I feel like left-leaning content gets away more than right-leaning when it comes to monetization, because that's just what advertisers favor. Twitter, for example, heavily favors left-leaning content heavily. There'll be tweets from verified Twitter users like, "Oh, kill all white people," and then like someone just says something pretty reasonable, they get suspended. You know, it's like all lives matter, they get suspended. It's ridiculous what Twitter does with that shit.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I don't blame them for that.
With YouTube, I think it's a little more even because like you saw like there was like a fucking outrage against like from LGBTQ YouTubers because like their shit was getting demonetized left and right because gay was in the title.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that outrage is a bit blown out of proportion. Because like I don't know if they got manually denied, I would be outraged, but like it getting flagged and then reinstated is not a big deal.
It's like
because everything gets flagged and reinstated. The problem is though is the way YouTube's algorithm is based, the demonetization algorithm, is it takes keywords from other videos that are demonetized. So if you have a video that has gay in the description or tags or whatever, and that's demonetized, and there's a bunch of that are also demonetized, the tag gay is most likely to get you demonetized because that's how it's based as the algorithm. So it's like it's flawed. It's a flawed system.
Yeah.
Dr. Algorithm.
Dr. Algorithm.
There he is.
Dr. Algorithm here.
Played by Benedict Cumberbatch.
Makes sense to me. I don't know. I just like thought about that because I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast and Steven Crowder was on and he's like, yeah, they keep marketing ads to my audience that they would never watch and blah, 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 like, or never like want. He was like, yeah, I get like ads for like some gay dating site and I'm a conservative channel. And I don't think Crowder knows how like targeted ads work.
Yeah, I don't think like that guy must have been looking up some gay porn or something.
Crowder, is there something you're not telling us?
Oh my god. Yeah, but I just saw that and I was like, bro, like it was making me so heated listening to that podcast. God.
Yeah, when people talk about stuff with YouTube, it's like especially monetization, but they don't understand it. Really pisses me off. Like the whole thing where it's like, oh, monetization gets you views. No, it doesn't. Quite's getting like 200,000 views an hour, and he's not even approved for monetization.
I can't believe you're still not approved for monetization yet.
They said another 3 weeks.
No. They actually responded to Hoover saying several weeks.
That's like I think that's the same range. Like
it's still ridiculous.
Several sounds more like ridiculous.
Several is supposed to be like more than 2, but not many. So I don't know.
When I hear several, I think of 7.
Yeah, same.
7. That's exactly where
Listen, I'm just hoping I can like get monetization before February's out.
Several means 3 to 5. I'm looking this up.
But like I'm just hoping I can get like monetization, like or at least an update on it, like before the month is out, even if it's telling me no. I just want to respond.
More than 2, but not many.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what counts as many? Like
a lot.
Many is a bundle.
Well,
how much is a bundle?
1,000 isn't that much to me, so 1,000 counts as many.
Okay.
Okay, excuse me.
Let's see. How Asian are you? Quite half.
Makes sense to me. Believable. I mean, I put the most reasonable Twitter Q&A questions down below.
Oh yeah, everyone's penis size.
Not answering.
I like the emo phase one.
Feel free to answer the penis size one, but I will.
I mean, like I remember. So our group DM. So okay.
Okay, the fact that you're laughing so hard is scaring me.
No. Okay, so a couple nights ago, I was minding my own business, and I was like, I want to know how big my wiener is. So I didn't have a ruler.
No new Twitch guidelines.
Wait. I have a clipboard with a ruler attached to it. So I use that. I'm not gonna say what I am, but I am gonna say that I went through a lot of trouble to figure it out.
So this is in the Operation America group chat, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an Operation
Yeah, I saw you do that, and I'm just immediately like, it's 3 inches, isn't it?
Oh God.
Yeah,
And then we also have. Did you guys go through? Actually, no. You continue.
No. You could ask the next question.
Did you guys go through an emo phase? I certainly did not. I think Diesel did, though.
I'm in an emo phase. Have you seen me? I wear like a black gauge. I wear black.
No, Diesel, I know you're gonna emo phase. I'm trying to make sure you don't go full emo, so that when you decide that it's a mistake, you don't like, oh man, I dyed my hair, I got tons of tattoos,
I'm just
I got
imagining,
nose
I'm
rings,
just
I got eye
imagining
rings.
Diesel like with like being all muscular and shit, but he's got like the fucking like long ass hair.
Ew.
He's trying to. He's like, Diesel, you're not gonna dye your hair, right?
I've been thinking about dyeing my hair.
No.
Oh god.
No.
To answer
When I was in high school, I was really bad. I wore like black and red flannels with black cargo shorts with black and red DC shoes and
All
black
right,
socks.
Scarce.
All right. To be fair, I like to answer the question. I went through one in my middle school years. It was a rough time, but it was middle school, so I'm allowed to be ashamed of those years.
Man, I was emo until like senior year of high school.
Oh no!
You're still emo.
I'm more like punk or like post-hardcore. You know, like what some black guy is. I think I'm closer to that. I'm not like super extreme. I don't have like my septum pierced or like anything else pierced. I only have the one piercing on the side of my ear, but I have like 4 tattoos. I'm gonna get another one really soon.
Yeah.
Okay, your tattoos aren't really emo.
I think
the
the gauges can look kind of nice just depending on how you do them.
They're geeky tattoos. They're not emo tattoos.
Yeah, like you got fucking Skyrim dragon tattooed on your fucking forearm.
Yeah, it says I eat ass in Dragon.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
No, it doesn't.
Does it say knowledge, strength, and integrity?
Can you prove it wrong? Like,
Yeah, I
it just
can because
says-
you told me it means
if
strength.
If it said, okay, the thing is people ask if it's like 3 words. First of all, 3 words would cover my entire arm, but it just says strength.
Nailed it.
There, yeah. It doesn't say
got
I
it.
Eat ass, but that's what I've been telling everybody, and they believe
Why?
it. I
'Cause
don't
it's
know why
funny.
they believe it. Yeah, it's funny.
But they're gonna be like, oh yeah, Diesel, that guy, yeah, he's the one who got I eat ass tattooed to his arm. What an idiot.
Well, I'm obviously never gonna.
Are you
actually,
gonna
like,
you're gonna be in a job interview and it's just gonna be like, hey, what does that tattoo say? Oh, it says I eat ass, sir.
I'm just gonna wear a long sleeve shirt. Okay. Well, how are they gonna tell?
That cover most of your tats. Actually, we cover all of
It
them.
will cover all of them. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
get one on my face. Like, you nuts?
Why not?
I'll get 6'9" on my forehead.
Ah! 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 Bad Diesel, bad.
Beat him into submission.
I know.
We're gonna have a long talk after this podcast.
Bad FPS.
Bad FPS Diesel, bad. Oh
There's a
god.
little edge in their life.
What else is on this fucking list?
Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing else
I
on
was
this
gonna
list.
make a celebrity boxing match.
Oh,
I would
no.
have WildSpartanz
Third-
versus I'm Alex, or WildSpartanz versus Keemstar would be really nice.
That would be fun.
I mean, I saw, like, you saw who I put there, but I don't want to say it because I don't want him to appear out of nowhere.
You don't want to pop out of nowhere. That'd be.
Because he's the petty type of boy to, like, show up and, like...
Well, now he's gonna know you're talking about him.
No, he isn't. He doesn't know who he is.
He doesn't know who he is. I'm pretty sure he knows who himself is.
He knows whom himself is.
I don't know about
Is-
you guys, but I want to see KSI versus Jake and Logan Paul's father.
I don't. That sounds super boring.
No,
That
it
sounds
sounds really
really
interesting because
bad.
no. Jake and Paul. Jake and Paul.
Jake and Paul.
I want that on Nickelodeon right now. Jake and Paul. Anyway, Jake Paul and Logan Paul's father is the type of guy to kiss a girl while she's blindfolded.
Finna.
So I think it'd be interesting, to say the least.
I mean, it would be a complete stomp. KSI would destroy their father.
Well, it depends. Like if it then goes MMA, like their dad wants it to go, I doubt it. But if
No,
it's-
KSI is gonna beat his ass, and then he's just gonna be like, "Wow, this guy beat my ass."
if it's boxing, I'm sure KSI will probably win. But if it's MMA, like fucking like Jake and Logan have like a major upper hand because they've been doing like shit like that for years. But if it's boxing, then they have like a similar time frame that KSI did to get good at it.
then KSI has the extra experience on top of that.
I mean,
But they wouldn't be ready though because they
did
daily
MMA. They have some striking skill, so I don't know. I think Logan should go against KSI, but
I'd prefer to see Logan versus KSI.
If Logan really wants to do a good PR move, he should go against KSI and then make the deal that's a charity event.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would actually do good for some shit. Like
But he's too fucking selfish.
The amount of attention it would bring, though, like it could actually do some good with the money it could raise. Plus, he looks better.
Yeah, but then you have to box. I don't think not KSI. I don't think Logan Paul would risk getting humiliated.
He should have used that 3 weeks he took off to start boxing, learning how to box. He should have seen this coming.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Should have known that KSI would have won the Joe Wilder fight and challenged him specifically.
Well, he challenged any of the Pauls, and Jake and Logan Paul took that as, oh, he challenged my father. Oh, he challenged my little brother.
Imagine if he meant like fucking Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad.
Aaron Paul agrees.
oh my god, this is really good. Onision versus Shane Dawson.
Oh my god, no, Shane would get his ass kicked. No offense to Shane, but like, you get Onision in a rage, I think he'd kill multiple people.
Yeah, but I don't think Onision's like a skilled like anything.
No, I don't think he is either, but just so angry he gets when you call him a narcissist. Holy shit, imagine fighting somebody in the ring.
I mean, you don't necessarily want to hop in the ring and then be like foaming at the mouth. Honestly, I mean,
He would.
Like, if you don't know what you're doing and you get in a fight with someone when you're angry, like, one, you have no way to properly channel that anger, so, and you're fucking like not paying attention to shit.
I'd be worried to get in a fight with Onision because I feel like he'd just do literally anything to win.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
if
kind
you're
of
in a
the
boxing ring, that's to keep you from dying.
like the thing is though, like he'd be focused on winning so bad that he's not paying attention to like you actually like fucking doing shit back.
He'd
be sloppy because he's angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyone who's done like a martial art can tell you that someone who's like angry or just not in the right state of mind to get in a fight is gonna lose that fight. When I used to do that stuff, I'd make sure I was like calm and collected.
I still feel like Onision would win the fight.
I mean, I think so too. I mean,
I don't take Shane as a fighting type.
Isn't Onision like really short?
Built.
Huh?
Isn't Onision short or is he tall?
I have no idea. I just know he has a vegetarian body.
This is. Oh wait, I just realized Onision has a Wikipedia page.
Nice.
Yeah, called the Life of Onion.
No, it's like an actual Wikipedia page.
Oh, he has multiple Wikipedia pages. Okay.
He has an Encyclopedia Dramatica page. I know that.
Oh, those are amazing.
Yeah.
Those are great to read.
Keemstar has the best one.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time they're just parody and jokes and things like that.
They're pretty ruthless.
Yeah, it's great. Did you find out how tall he is?
5'11".
He's not that short. He's taller than
pretty
Diesel
average,
and you.
Yeah, he's not that tall compared to me though. Like,
No, he's not compared to you, but compared to Quite, yeah.
Yeah, okay, shut up.
Quite's a midget.
Quite's
Quite's like a
got
foot
speed.
shorter than me.
Yeah, whatever.
Is that all his channels?
Yes, it just means I'm very cuddly, okay?
Holy shit. We have Onision Speaks, bro, Onision Archive, Onision Encore, Onision Reactions,
This is,
Oni-chan,
for chat, this is what
Game.
we're looking at.
Well, then, what about audio listeners? I was just reading it.
man.
They can, I don't have this on any audio platforms, they can just look at the YouTube page.
I like how he owns his own archive channel, so he can post clips of himself being like, Onision has narcissistic rage.
Wait, isn't the archive channel just like all of his like really old videos that he removed?
I think it is. Wait, he removed videos?
I don't know.
I could have sworn like all his videos are up.
Like his videos go back 7 years. I guess I'll go take a look at it real fast.
Let me go back farther than that. Did he post an Oni-chan? I have no idea. I just know he posts a lot of random shit.
That's where all of his wife ships go.
All comments made.
Oh, where he rates girls?
Plus something else.
Hey, broders. Anyway, today we're gonna do reality versus expectation.
I think he
Expectation.
posts like actual videos to Onision Archive. Like I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird. Someone photoshopped the Tesla Roadster in a studio.
What?
To act like someone photoshopped. I don't know if this is rude or not. I don't know if he nabbed this, but it was on Twitter. Someone photoshopped the Tesla Roadster to be in like a TV studio to make it look like it's fake.
Oh, that's definitely
Man.
Photoshop. That is not.
Oh no, that's
Yeah,
definitely
it is
Photoshop. I know.
It's a meme.
Flat Earth is gonna eat that up,
Obviously, because the Earth is flat.
dude.
We have
Dude,
flat earthers around the globe.
D-Marble made a live stream talking about SpaceX, and he talks about how it was fake.
Are you kidding me?
No.
God. I want him to acknowledge me in a video. I want him to respond to one of my videos. I'm deliberately going out of my way to try to get him to take the bait. And he's not taking the bait.
You already got him blocked on Twitter.
I know.
Yeah, he blocked you on Twitter.
He blocked me on Twitter.
Yeah.
I wanted him to, like, argue with me.
I don't think he would.
No, I don't think he would either. It's a real darn shame. I need to find another flat earther who's nice enough to not kill me, but crazy enough to be interesting. Because some of them are like I'm afraid that they'll find me and, you know, they'll use their flat earth skills to triangulate my position on this plane we call a planet. Get it? It's
I
a
mean,
plane
they never
because
find
it's
you because
flat.
they don't know how to navigate the Earth because they think it's flat.
Oh my god. Okay.
You're safe.
I'll talk about this off podcast, but I'll just.
All right, we've been going on for a bit, so I think we can wrap it up here if you guys want.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you guys for coming out. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys missed this, like the first half or whatever, this video should be up on the Pullover podcast channel tomorrow. Thanks Diesel, WildSpartanz, Brandon for coming on. It was nice having you.
It was good to be here.
It was good. It was good to be here.
Okay.
Faceless man.
Thanks for coming out, you guys. We'll see you next time.